Before we begin, I would like to inform you that this Helminth build for Wukong is focused on 3 parts. 1 is to give him tons of survivability by maxing the armor value he can get. Number 2 is to make his clone tanky, which makes it a better asset than a liability. And lastly, to maximize the melee DPS of the Monkey King. If you are looking for a different Wukong build variety, then that will be for another video. Let's just focus first on this Eternal Monkey King Helminth setup. Well, the title spoils what this Helminth combo is. It's basically Wukong with Valkyria's Warcry ability. Now I know you might say that Wukong doesn't need more survivability since 3 umbral mods plus adaptation will let you tank enemy damage from left to right, but if you know your noob leader, I like to max everything so I can achieve the true potential of a build variety. And mind you, I'm not just using Warcry for the bonus armor percentage, but also for the increased speed, which also allows me to max other things in the setup which will make it far superior. So for this Eternal Monkey King setup, we will be using a mix of power strength, duration, and the umbral mods. By the way, if you love your Monkey King, and truly want to achieve the full capacity of this build, then you can put 1 umbral former to fit an umbral vitality on this mod setup. You may want to have a lower rank adaptation if you decided to do it, since Umbral Vitality needs higher mod capacity compared to the regular version, but don't worry about lowering the rank of adaptation, as this build is tanky enough for adaptation to reach that max damage resistance on a specific damage type, with 653 armor, coming from the base value and these Umbral mods. Our Wukong will have a 68% damage reduction. It increases to about 91% when the 900 armor from Arcane Guardian procs, and you have the maximum 1500 armor from your Defy ability. Now, what Warcry do with 254% power strength is increase that damage reduction to about 92%. If you choose to have more power strength, say, you are willing to put Transient Fortitude on your build, and give it a 309% power strength, the damage reduction will also be at 92%. The difference is just decimals, but what actually ramps up here is your effective health multiplier. 254% power strength will give you 12 times effective health, while 309% will give you 13 times effective health. It may be better since it will also give you insane speed increase, but I choose not to give it a 309% power strength since I find Hunter Adrenaline more useful for my playstyle. This mod gives me enough energy to cast my 3 other abilities without needing the help of Arcane Energize. This is cheaper, and you can put another sort of damage boosting Arcane on this slot instead of Arcane Energize. Or, you can choose to add another armor Arcane like Arcane Tanker, which will help you increase your damage reduction to 94%, with 16 times effective health multiplier. This decision totally depends on your playstyle though. This build will have no problem with keeping both speed and armor increase from Warcry, since we will be equipping the Eternal War Augment. On the other hand, I need a lot of duration on my playstyle since I don't want to recast Defy over and over again for that 1500 bonus armor. Narrow-minded is the perfect mod for me, but if you like your Defy to have some decent range for crowd control and damage, then I suggest that you just go with Primed Continuity. And lastly, we have Primed Sure-Footed. It's really not a necessity, but I find the knockdown resistance useful, especially that this build is melee oriented. One simply knockdown from a bombard or heavy gunner will warrant death, especially if you are doing Steel Path endurance runs. Now here's the question, will Warcry affect Wukong's Celestial Twin? The answer is yes. Do remember that the effect of Warcry is also applied to Spectres, and Wukong's clone is considered to be a Spectre which can get not only the Warcry buff, but also the Defy buff from Wukong. Obviously, your Celestial Twin is both tanky and quick enough to kill enemies with any melee weapon. Like I've said, this is a melee-oriented build which is perfectly paired with a healing return setup. Check out my video on the healing return setup at the end of this guide, or if you already know how to do it, then go wreak havoc with this Eternal Monkey King. A quick update before I end this video. I'm about 80% finished with the Helminth resource farming video, and I thank you for your patience. Also, I won't be just publishing Helminth videos, as I'm currently working on other Heart of Deimos guides like the new Necramx. I ask again for your patience as it would take time to grind the necessary stuff, and I thank you for spending time watching my videos. I hope you are enjoying the content I'm providing, and see you in my next video. Squad Leader signing off.
This is the future. Human error. This is the future.